All is right in the world, folks. The Pittsburgh Penguins are back in the playoffs after 3 years of being out of it. So, yeah. Um, what can I say about the Penguins? What can I say about Sidney Crosby that has been repeated on the loop? Once upon a time, there were three things that were certain: death, taxes, and playoff hockey in Pittsburgh. 16 years in a row. That was the streak. And look what that streak turned into. 4 appearances in the Cup final, 3 Stanley Cups, and of course they went back to back. The first team to go back to back in almost 20 years. And now the last few years of that streak weren't fruitful, but at least it continued on. And then in 23, they lost game 81, and that was it. The streak was over, and it turned into a little mini drought. Then they changed coaches. The ship was righted, and lo and behold, the Penguins, as we knew them, are back. Just like that. The Penguins are back in the playoffs. They entered Thursday's action only needed a win against the Devils to get in, and they got it. And Sidney Crosby continues to lead the way like he has been doing ever since they drafted him. 21 years. This is 21 years in the league. It's amazing what he's done. So Pittsburgh's in for the 17th time in 20 years. That's not bad. And even better, they clinched second place in the division. So game one of their series against whoever, I hope it's Philly, will be in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh has that home ice advantage in round one, at least round two if Carolina gets beaten. But the Penguins aren't the only team who joined the playoff party on this day. A little, a little backstory about this. See, the journey that led to Salt Lake City actually getting an NHL franchise was very messy. We all know the history there. The Arizona Coyotes, the team was in trouble for years, and they couldn't get a stadium. Of course, they played their last like 2 or 3 seasons at a college stadium, and of course, when things went south, the team ended up deactivating, moving, heading to Salt Lake City. Of course, it's kind of similar to the Browns and Ravens arrangement. This Utah team is treated as an expansion team, while the Coyotes are deactivated. Though, from what I've read, it doesn't look like the Coyotes will be returning anytime soon, barring a miracle. So we got the Utah. It was the Utah Hockey Club last year, but this year they got the name. It's the Utah Mammoth. And last year they actually played pretty decently. Not good enough for playoffs, but they didn't phone it in. No, even so, I didn't expect a lot this year, but a funny thing happened. They gave us a lot. They started winning games left and right. They were winning at the right time, and of course, here they were with a chance to clinch. They beat the Predators in regulation, and the Sharks got totally demolished by the Ducks. And with that, playoff hockey is in Salt Lake City for the first time ever. Stanley Cup playoff hockey. I still remember what 2002 Salt Lake City hosted the Winter Olympics, and I think it was the last. I think it was the last time the U.S. actually hosted the Winter Olympics. Of course, North America would host it again 8 years later when the 2010 games were in Canada. But I do remember Salt Lake City hosting the '02 Winter Games, and now here it is, 24 years later. Not only does Salt Lake City have an NHL franchise, but said team's going to the playoffs. Now here's the interesting thing. Here's interesting. Not only are they in the playoffs, they've clinched an actual position. They're the number one wild card in the West. That's cemented, and they're going to play against whoever wins that Pacific Division, which begs the question: if Utah actually finishes better than everybody in the Pacific, including the division winner, will Utah get home ice? I would think so, because I still remember, I think it was the 2018 conference final, the Western Conference final. Jets and Golden Knights. Golden Knights won their division, but Winnipeg, who finished, I think, second in the Central, had a better record. So they ended up with home ice, even though they weren't a division champion. We may see that happen this year. I don't know. We may see that happen this year. At the moment, Utah has 90 points in standings. That same number leads the Pacific Division. It's Edmonton that has 90. That same number leads the Pacific. We could see game one in Utah against whoever wins the division. We won't know for sure. There's still a week left in the season, but we'll see if Utah actually finishes ahead of everybody in that bad Pacific Division. But it's going to be interesting. So, congratulations to the Penguins and the Mammoth, two cold weather animals. Congratulations to the Penguins and the Mammoth. They're part of the playoff party, and now it's more than half full now. It's 5 teams for the East, four for the West, 9 teams of clinch spots. That leaves 7 spots total. And you saw the links on the photos. The links are to my stories about the Penguins and the Mammoth on Vocal. Check them out when you can. So once again, congratulations Penguins, and congratulations to the Mammoth. So if you like this video, click the like button. If you're on YouTube, click subscribe if you want more. If you're on TikTok and Instagram, feel free to hit that follow button. And of course, if there are any clinchings for any of the 7 remaining clinchings between now and the end of the regular season, which is this upcoming Thursday, the 16th, then I'll have them for you. And I have one more recap coming up in a few days. So stay tuned.